Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Git plus GitHub tutorials, and in today's lecture I'm going to demonstrate how can you add files to your Git repository and how the Git repository is created. So that's our lecture number 3. So let's start and have a look what we have today in today's lecture with the Git Command Prompt. Okay, so let's start. Alright, so we have a folder here. If you notice on the screen, I have already created this folder. Let's say this is my folder, okay, and I wanted to use this folder to add it to my Git repository. So what you can do, you can right click on this particular folder and then click on git bash here. What will happen, this will open an editor in front of you just like the command prompt. So it's the built-in command prompt for the Git. Okay, so you can increase the size of the font by pressing the control key and scroll your mouse wheel. Okay, so you can do this by increasing by moving the scroll. Now let's make it big, and now what I can do, I can in fact of doing it bigger, I can open here this folder, okay, at this point. So let me make it a little bit small in size so that all things you can be able to view appropriately. Now that's fine. Okay, so that's my folder that is empty by default. Now what I can do, I can use the touch command, and here I am creating, let's say, index.html file. Okay, so when you press this, look, automatically a file is created of HTML with the help of this touch command. That's the basic Linux command, but you can use it here inside Windows also. So one file is created. Now let me add another file, let's say touch style.css. So you have created a file with the CSS extension. So this is how you can create files. Now what you can do, you can to initialize the Git repository, you have to write here a command that is git init. Okay, what will happen with the help of this command, you have initialized a repository with the git.git folder inside your Aliraza data folder. So look, that's a hidden folder by default. I have already demonstrated this folder. How can you see the hidden folders and files? By going on the view and then options, and then go to the view and then show hidden files, and you can uncheck this hide extensions for known file types. Okay, so extension will also be displayed. So this is how you can see the extensions are also displaying now. I hope it is clear to everyone. So that's what I have done up till now. So I have created an empty repository with the help of this git command. Now after initializing the empty repository, you have to check you have to add the files inside this repository. So how can you add the files inside this repository? There's a simple command, that is, click on this command prompt and then click write git and then write add and then the file name, that is index.html. So when you press this, when you hit enter, the file is added inside the staging area of the Git repository. Staging area is an intermediary place where your files are residing when you add them inside the Git repository. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, and then that means this index.html file is now under observation. If someone do some changes, that changes can be detected easily. Okay, so if you wanted to see the status, how many files are there and how many files are not there, you can use this command also, use git status. Okay, so you can see here it is written that one file is yet to be committed and one file is not added still. The red color represents that this file is not yet added to the staging area, and this file is successfully added to the staging area. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, and now what we have to do, we have to go further and we have to add our identity to the Git with the help of the username and with the help of an email. So what you can write, you can specify Git. This is a mandatory step that you can do for any user that is doing this, so you can do it for one time. So git config and then -- global, and then you can use username. So guys, I have to add my name here so that I can be able to be validate. So that's what I have done. So look, the data, my name is added, and one more thing that you have to do is to add the email, let's say, so email, and then you can specify your email, let's say this one. okay, and then press enter. So now you have added your name and your email so that your identity is saved inside Git. Now what you can do, you can let's say if you wanted to remove any item from the staging area, what you can write, let me first show you the Git status. Look, I have one file there, and now if I wanted to add all the files first, so I will write here git add and then all. If you write dot, that means you are going to add all the files in the Git repository. Simple. So now if you see the status, look, now both the files are in my repository. I hope it is clear to everyone. So this is how you can do the staging. And now what you can do, let's say if you wanted to remove some file from the staging area, then you can write git remove -- cached and then specify the file name, that is this index.html, and then click OK. So look, it is removed, and now when you see the status, so you can notice now it is outside the staging area and my CSS file is inside the staging area. Okay, and now the final thing, that is the commit, so that the files can now be able to add inside the Git repository completely. So let me add first git add all. So all files are now added, and now I'm going to commit. So git commit. So what will happen, it will open the Sublime text editor for me. Why this editor is opened? Because here in this file you have to run this command, initial commit. All the numbers that you are looking at, all the lines starting from the number sign are the comments. So I'm going to initial the commit, or to start the commit. So uncomment it and click save and then close it. So when you close it, the commit is happened successfully. Now let me open the Sublime text editor so that I can be able to change the files that I have created. So open, and I'm going to open my file, that is index.html, and here I don't have anything. So let me write here HTML, the standard tags I should be able to open here. So head and head close, and then you have to specify title. So title is there. Okay, now it's fine, and same is the case for title close, and then you have to specify the body. I'm creating basically an HTML page, and inside this body I am going to write, let's say h1 close, welcome to Git. Okay, so now I have done some massive changes inside my file, and when you come here at this particular point, after doing the changes, let me make it a little bit upward. Now if I write here git status, now it represents me that this file is now modified. You can be able to check the status. Let's say you close your PC today and you come after 2 or 3 days, and when you check the status, you see that this file is now modified. So you can be able to identify that this is the file that might be changed by some other user or someone. Okay, so this is how you can do the version control inside Git. So that's my modified file, and now it is saying me that if you wanted to do the updation and to change, so you can do. And look, it is saying me if you wanted to discard the change, you can use this command, git checkout and then -- the file name to discard. Okay, to discard what? To discard the changes in the working directory. So let's say first of all I'm going to commit. Okay, because that's my work, I'm going to commit it. So first thing that you have to do is to add. So I have add all the files inside the repository of my Git, and now what I can do, git status. Okay, so the file is there, modified version, and then you have to commit. So git commit. Okay, so git commit is there. Now it is waiting for me. Now changes to be committed. So modified HTML index.html file, you have to uncomment this simple particular line, because you have modified your index.html. So you have to uncomment this file and then save it and then close it. Simple. So look, one file changed and 8 insertions, because I have used before this recording I have used this Git for checking purposes. That's why there is 8 is written, otherwise 1 will be written, okay, or nothing will be written here. Simple, this one file change is written. Now what you do, now you have to roll back that changes. You have to roll back that changes. You don't want that changes. So what you can do, you can use that command, that is first of all let us see the status. Okay, so there is nothing to change. And now what will happen, let us go to the Sublime text editor. Where is my Sublime text editor? I think I have closed that, no problem. Let me open it inside the Sublime editor. Okay, Sublime. Okay, so my file is there, and now what I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to add something as a footer. Footer, and then footer close and save, and write here something Ali Raza and save. Now this is the change, and after doing this change after doing this change, you are not happy, let's say, and you wanted your file back to the original position. So this is a one simple change, but let's say you have changed 100 times, and now you are not happy with that change. So what you can do, you can roll back it. So how can you make that roll back? Let me show you. Okay, so let me tell you from the very beginning. So that's my folder, that's my working directory. We have already done the things inside our folder. Now I have already added this particular code inside my file, and let's say something I have removed from this file, that is this, and save it. Okay, and now let us open this folder and then click on the git bash here, and then zoom it by scrolling. Now what you can do, you can write here git status first. So you can see you have modified that file index.html, and now what you can do, you can add it, or you can discard the change that you have done. So because I wanted to discard and I wanted to display the how can you discard the change, so that purpose I am using this command. So git checkout -- index.html, and now the things are fine. And now let's see the status. So look, nothing to change. And when you come here again and open this file, you can see the data is there. Okay, though I have removed a while before, so I have discarded the changes. So that's what the benefit of Git is. You can control the change, you can control the version of your files. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let me let me do it once more. Let us add this thing inside a p tag. Okay, let us add this inside a p tag, and then close it, save it, come here inside this git and write here git add. So I have directly added, instead of checking the status, I have directly added all the files. And now git commit. So the commit is there, the editor is there, and the modification is done. Remove the comment and then click save, and then close this, and then close this also, and then come at this point. Look, so now you have updated the Git repository. And now what you can do, you can come here at this file and now do some changes. Let me write here h2. Let's say someone changed this file and added this folder, or you have changed this file and added something here. Okay, you have changed this file, and now save it. And when you come here and see the git status, click here and see the git status. So you can see the modified status is there. Okay, and now if you don't want that change later on, some other day, so what you can do, you can specify git checkout, that is this one, and then your file name from where you want to go back to the previous commit. So git checkout, and then done. And when you see the status, it is saying nothing is changed, it is cleaned and nothing to commit. So when I double click here, and you can notice the change that I have done, the heading is removed. I hope it is clear to everyone. So that's all for today. Hope you have understood what is Git and how the repository is working and how these commands are there. So I will be right back in the next lecture with some other stuff. So thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.